The Wolfman up in Calgary.
Future's now with him. It's fun to watch. It's been really impressive.
Oh, what a timely save. Dustin Wolf is first NHL shutout.
He looks so comfortable in the net for a young goalie.
What a save, Dustin Wolf. Maybe his best.
Just incredible how he's able to do the splits like that.
Kraken cannot solve Dustin Wolf.
There was a lot of doubters just because of his size. He's just an ultimate competitor.
The Wolfman is howling up there in Calgary. Howling.
Calder finalist Dustin Wolf, most wins in a single season by a rookie goalie in Flames history. Mike Vernon. And that's it. Only to have more wins and Dustin at 29. We welcome him to the show and congratulate you right away on the extension that you signed. There's so much to get to, but the first thing is this. It says a lot about the way the organization feels about you that they took this step. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me on here, guys, and thanks for the congratulations. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family. To have, Craig Conroy and the staff, and obviously all the boys in the room believe that I can help this team get back to the playoffs, and believe me, for me to stay for another 8 years is critical for myself and my family, and obviously I'm looking forward to getting this season going here.
Now, Dustin, Craig Conroy said prior to the season last year that the goaltending situation was kind of going to be a three-headed monster and see how that was going to transpire throughout training camp, throughout the season. What was your mentality going into the season last year? Because you just grabbed the bull by the horns and didn't give up the net.
Yeah, I think the initial, coming into camp was I have to play my best and be ready to go as soon as camp starts to give myself a chance to make the team, first of all. And, once I made the team and, started to play more and more, it was just about helping my team get as many wins as possible. You got to focus on yourself in terms of how you can prepare your best, to help your team win. And as the year kept going on and on, got more comfortable with the environment, with the boys, and it was just the situation I was put in. And as we got down the stretch, was feeling real good about my game. And obviously we just came up short for the playoffs, but my game really evolved over the course of the season.
Now, Dustin, you went 214th overall in 2019. And usually you maybe don't get as many opportunities. For all those young kids out there that don't even get drafted, what did it take from a mentality aspect for you to believe in yourself and to be where you are today?
Yeah, I always tell people it doesn't matter, whether you're the first pick, the last pick, not picked at all. If you're an excellent hockey player, the teams in the NHL are going to find you one way or another. And, you got to focus on your game. You got to focus on making yourself the best player on the ice, taking care of yourself off the ice, whether that's nutrition and sleep and, everything all these young kids do now, to prepare for the next game, next practice. And, my mentality always has been, it doesn't matter where I was picked, how big I was, I wasn't going to be denied. And that's the mentality I still have to this day. And I'm going to continue that. And, the goal is to help our team win hockey games and get back to the playoffs.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, amen to all that.
Man, good for you.
Yeah, I've been piggybacking off what Dano asked you. You had a couple brilliant seasons in the American Hockey League. Were you ever, clearly it didn't affect your game, but was there ever a moment where you were wondering when you were going to get your crack, when you were going to get your shot? Because everywhere you've gone, maybe they've underestimated you and you've proven them wrong. Does that ever enter your mind, or you just know you can play when given the chance, you will perform?
Yeah, the size factor has always been a talking point my whole career, but never in my mind has that been a limiting factor. Hopefully that's a stepping stone for more shorter goaltenders to get a chance, whether that's in the draft and get a chance to play in the league. But anytime I got a chance, whether that was stepping into the American League, getting my chance to play up here in Calgary, if you get a chance, you got to find a way to run with it. And, I played 17 games 2 years ago now, and just tried to get my feet wet as good as I could. And obviously it was only up when there was, an injury due to either Marky or Vladdy, and you never wish an injury on anyone, but that was kind of the open door, to kind of show my game, and that was the first step. And then coming into camp last year was, I gotta work as hard as I can to show the staff and everyone in the room that, I think I deserve to play here, and I'm glad everything worked out the way it did last year.
You mentioned the size thing a couple times. Now, is there a goalie you kind of modeled your game after, or because I see these goalie schools now, it's all about the blocking. They're all kind of turned into robots, and everyone at the pro level is 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Is there your own? Do you have your own style? Can you patent that thing? Can you teach some of these younger guys, or did you have somebody you looked up to when you were younger and say, I want to play like that guy?
Yeah, I mean, as a guy that's trying to make a name for himself, come into the league, you're watching tons of players. Obviously, when the Kings won their 2 cups in 3 years, I watched Quick pretty religiously. So there's aspects of my game that have been tailored around him. You look at shorter guys in the league now, like UC Saros and even Igor Shesterkin. He's not a large dude, but look at how incredible his career has been in New York. And the way I look at it is you got to build your game like a book. Each piece you take from another goal is another chapter, and you try to take bits and pieces from everyone, but also put your own swing on it. And it kind of makes it fun to try new things out. But not everything's going to work for one person or another. And I can't play a big blocky style game like a lot of guys in the league can now, but I'm going to make my way around the crease a little bit different than others.
I'm barely literate, but if you wrote a book, I'd read it, because I like the way you're wired, your mental makeup. As Boiler pointed out, your numbers, you've won at every stage, and you've been so sharp and dealt with the pressure in a Canadian market as a rookie. How have you been able to manage the mental aspect of your game?
Yeah, I mean, the hockey aspect's an important part of it, but how you manage your mind and your life away from the rink is critical too. I started working with a mindfulness coach when I was 19, I believe. It was my second or third year in junior, and he's based out of Vancouver, and he's been an incredible help throughout my career to this point. And it just kind of settles you down, makes you think about not just hockey, but how you manage your life away from it. And I've been very grateful to have a guy like that in my back pocket. And it doesn't matter what's going on away from the rink. You come to 4 o'clock on a game day, and you put everything aside and you focus on hockey. And when you step on the ice, it's kind of like your safe place. And it always will be. That's where all of us are wired to be our best. And hockey's a gift, and I'm glad we get to play it.
Dustin, you guys, your Calgary Flames had a really good year last year, and a little tough luck in my estimation as far as not making the playoffs. But what will it take? It's a tough Western Conference. You're in a tough division. What will it take to make the playoffs this year? Is there something you think you need to improve on? Because you can't get any closer than you did last year, right down to the wire of making the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, we have to play as a collective group. We don't have one guy that's going to carry the load and score all the goals and produce all the points. But, the way our team ran last year was, you're going to have guys that are going to step up, create offense when they need to. You're going to have guys that are going to block shots and take hits and fight someone when absolutely necessary. And, that's exactly how our group is wired. So, like you said, we couldn't have come any closer. You look back on the season last year and try to find some areas where you can grab one more point and squeak in. But I think if we just keep playing the game we have, we're coming back with the same group this year. And obviously there's a lot of fire for us to get back in the playoffs. It's been a couple years we've missed, and if we can work our way out from the defensive end and take care of our zone and work our way to the offensive zone and score hopefully some more goals this year, it would be a big help.
I know that the Flames Charity Golf Classic happened recently. The passion surrounding that franchise, that club, you mentioned not making the playoffs the last several years, still so much interest in the team and so much passion. What's it like to be around that element of your franchise?
Yeah, I went right to the golf tournament after I signed the papers yesterday morning, and it's incredible. Like I spent my whole summer here in Calgary, and anywhere you went, people are so supportive of the team, supportive of you as a player, and they want the best for us. They want to see us get back into the playoffs, and like we had, I think, close to 500 guys playing in the golf tournament yesterday, and we all make our way back to the Saddle Dome, and there's a big dinner and an auction, and it all supports the Flames Foundation. So that was pretty remarkable how big the city is. But I've always said it's a big city with a small town feel, and everyone is so tight and cares so much about each other. So it's pretty remarkable.
Hockey fans are looking forward to seeing you play in the playoffs. The kind of game that you've shown, just fantastic. Congratulations again on the extension. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it.